Hey guys, so for my injury video assignment, I decided to talk about my PCL and MCL injury. That being said, what happened in the description? So it was the summer 2019 and I was tubing behind a jet ski, and the first time I got flown off pretty viciously, I heard my knee got stuck in the water and I heard a pop. And it hurt for a little bit. It hurt. It went numb. But I didn't really think much of anything of it because quickly I just regained feeling of it again. Then I got back on it and I got thrown off again viciously. And as I was getting thrown off, my leg got stuck in the water. It's like my leg broke the plane of the water. And then my whole body kept going. So I got all twisted up. And then it locked in a 90-degree angle for a while, and I couldn't move it. So what I had to do was I had to pull myself back to the jet ski using the rope because I couldn't swim, which led to me tearing my PCL, which is the posterior cruciate ligament, and my MCL, which is the medial collateral ligament. First aid, and was anyone able to help? I had a couple friends with me there, but none of us really knew what to do. I probably knew the most, so when they got me back to the boat, I went and I grabbed some ice, put it in a baggie out of the cooler, and then I took some towels, elevated my leg, and then I just tried to stay off it as much as possible so it could rest. And then after we got off the boat, we called it a night, I went over to my grandma's and she wrapped it with some wrap, and then so it was compressed. Care that followed. So the injury happened on a Saturday, and my mom did not want to take me to the emergency room because she knew that they weren't going to do anything besides tell me to go to an orthopedic doctor, which at the time I was a little upset because I was in a lot of pain, obviously. But then, so Monday we went to the orthopedic doctor who could tell it was kind of messed up and thought it might have been pretty serious, so he called for some x-rays there, and then I had to schedule an appointment to go get some MRIs done. And then when the MRIs came back, he saw that it was torn. My PCL, my MCL was torn, so then he wanted to avoid surgery at all costs, so he recommended that I go to a physical therapist for 8 weeks with the hopes that my knee would get enough strength back and I wouldn't need surgery. So overall, I would say that the care that followed was pretty appropriate. And then, would I change anything, and how's the injury now? The only thing I would do differently is to just give my knee even more rest, because on the next day after, I was still walking around and hanging out with my friends a little bit. But, so yeah, just giving it more rest is what I definitely wish I would have done. But the injury now, my knee, it's fine now. It occasionally bothers me when there's some drastic weather changes and it starts to ache. But other than that, I'm all good. The anatomy. So, the PCL keeps the femur from sliding back on the tibia, or it keeps the tibia from sliding forward on the femur. And then the MCL keeps the femur from sliding side to side. So it just kind of keeps it all in place and keeps it stable. How does this happen, and some symptoms? Oftentimes these injuries happen pretty suddenly, whether it be from a car accident or even taking a direct hit to the knee. For example, if you're playing football and you're getting tackled or whatnot and you get hit and someone takes out the side of your knee, that could then cause you to tear your ligaments in your knee. Some symptoms include difficulty walking, losing stability in the knee, swelling, pain obviously, and then it will probably be pretty hard to put some weight on it. So walking, first aid, one of the things you want to do is put ice on it as soon as possible to keep the swelling to a minimum. And then you're going to want to take some ibuprofen or some sort of pain medicine, and then obviously keep the injury well rested, so stay off as much as possible. Then you're also going to put some sort of brace on it so it's compressed, and then so it's, when you do use it, it's a little more stable and keep the injury elevated. Rehab and surgery. The doctors like to avoid the surgery at all costs. They would like to do anything other than surgery. So instead, they give you a variety of knee exercises to do with hopes that strengthens your knee. And then what my orthopedic doctor did, he sent me to a physical therapist to keep working at it from different angles and movements so I could avoid the surgery. But if therapy or the exercises don't work, then the doctor is going to recommend that you get surgery so that to keep from any injuries happening in the future. And then here is my works cited.